Today I'm going to talk about what I think is one of the best lessons that I can possibly share that I've learned during the course of my career. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, my name is Travis Mark. I'm the host of the Musician's Mentor podcast and now this fairly new Musician's Mentor YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Regardless, please do me a favor while you're here. Check out some of the contents I've put up. And if you're interested in checking out the Musician's Mentor podcast with my interviews with some of the best musicians in the world, simply go to the playlist section on this channel or search for the Musician's Mentor podcast on your preferred streaming network. So the music industry can unfortunately be cold and cruel. That has been established time and time again. You hear horror story after horror story after horror story. I don't want to turn this channel or the podcast into that horror story. If you just go read about one of your favorite musicians, I have no doubt that you will find one of those stories pretty quick. But in my humble opinion, the thing that has made the music industry actually seem even crueler now, especially from a mental point of view, is social media. Because now, while everybody is swimming through the murky waters of the music industry trying to build their careers or establish themselves as an original artist, mentally, they are also comparing themselves to other people who've got different numbers or views or subscribers or followers when they don't actually know anything about that person's journey. So a reoccurring topic that seems to be coming up with me and a lot of my songwriter friends or artists that I'm working with in studio, or even in my own head sometimes when creating music, is if it's worth it. I was talking to a songwriter friend of mine recently. He put out a single. The single didn't get the numbers he was hoping for, and he's starting to wonder if the money he spends on recording and content creation is worth continuing to create. Likewise, another friend of mine put out an excellent record this year, and once that PR machine kind of finished its thing, we have a similar discussion, like what is the point? Where do you put this to get to its next step? And then my wife recently got into a discussion with me, apologizing about the fact that some of our friends and family don't even share the music that my band put out. So here's something I figured out maybe 10 or 15 years ago that's really helped me. And if you've had feelings like the ones that I've maybe just alluded to, I'm hoping it'll help you. If in a world that unfortunately now seems to judge everybody's value by a number system, whether that is subscribers or followers or views, if you can detach yourself from that and understand that the music or the art that you are creating is worth more than that, and that the numbers don't dictate the value of the arts, you will be in a much better standing. The same thing could be said for reels or videos, etc., etc., etc. You see some people really put in a lot of work to their videos, but for some reason, they don't get the views that somebody else does. Luck is an important part of the entertainment industry in general. There are far more talented people that didn't make it than those that did. And you need to somehow learn to be okay with that. The fact that your favorite artist made it does not mean that you will make it. That's not to say you shouldn't try. Because if one thing, one song, one audio reel, one video happens to take off and change the course of your career, your whole life will change. And you will get most of the things that you thought you wanted. With it, you will also get a lot of things that you didn't want. Like all the criticism for the music and art that you think was good enough to put out. Your good is not somebody else's good. Their terrible is not your terrible. And even if it is, there's going to be conflicts at some point. So, in a nutshell, as difficult as it is, you need to try and develop a thicker skin if you plan on being in the music industry for a while. Not to get too personal or make this about myself, but I have had so much rejection in my life. I wouldn't even be able to tell you one specific story. I've had feedback and criticism and rejection on music that I've been involved in or put out over the years that at the time hit me like a ton of bricks. But now, I kind of can't help but laugh, because usually the people who are criticizing your art are the ones who aren't doing anything. The people I know in this industry that are successful always build each other up. The people I know in this industry that aren't always have something negative to say. And ironically, the ones who aren't even in the music industry seem to always be the ones that go, how long are you going to still do this music thing? Didn't really like that new song. Why do you guys dress like that? The dumbest things. And I get it. We're human. The last thing I'm trying to say is don't be human. Don't become so cold that you are no better than the people criticizing you. But if you learn to take criticism with a pinch of salt, if you learn that you are worth more than numbers and social media subscribers, you will be happier. And you will continue to create things that are important to you, regardless of what the result is, whether you get recognition or critical acclaim. All of that is a whole nother thing, and it's not even important. What is important is how you value yourself. And something that will help you keep yourself valued is not giving a damn what other people have to say, unless it's actually going to help you and your career, or you truly value that person's opinion. I know that this particular video is a little deeper than usual, and I don't want to rant on about it forever. But I will say this. I don't know you, but I believe in you. And even if I don't like your music or you don't like mine, that's totally okay. You know why? Because we are more than just numbers on a screen. And while the music industry can be cold and cruel, don't let anybody tell you that something you did and put your all into isn't good enough, because it is good enough. You keep creating. I believe in you. I've said it before. I don't even know you and I believe in you. So believe in yourself. I hope that helps. I'll see you in the next one.